Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. Today we've got a bunch of trad climbing. So if hanging off on your fingernails whilst wiggling little tiny things into a wall is your thing, you're going to love this show.
Cool, that was an interesting thing. Is that what you consider when you think about that stuff?
Yeah, I've got my mate does this impression of trad climbing, all right, which is basically this. It's and I always think that sums it up perfectly.
Is that what you like when you go trad climbing?
Yeah, basically, I'm just like, you're on something terrible, trying to fiddle something awful in, when there's like another hole just above your head you haven't seen. You're really scared. You're more pumped than you've ever been in your life. Yeah, it's trad climbing.
Okay, that protection in. Arm burn.
Speaking of which, we got a good trad climb from Italy. Planet Mountain reports that Italian climber Alessandro Larcher has made a first trad ascent of Bomboballa 8B+, near Trento, Italy. After climbing the route a month ago, Alessandro decided to return to see if he could climb the route on trad gear. After realising he had never placed trad gear before, he roped in the help of his father, the legend that is Rolando Larcher, to give him some tips. And once he felt comfortable, he pinpointed the route with pre-placed gear, and after which he made the first ascent of the route on trad, skipping all the bolts. So a very impressive ascent there from Alessandro Larcher. I got in touch with him actually.
Okay.
Because I wanted to discuss the grade.
Yes.
I also wanted to discuss the grade with our community.
Yeah.
So I put it out there on social media, put a post, I asked them for some help.
Yeah.
Because we've had 8B+ in the past, and they have been E10s.
Yeah.
They've got an E10 counter.
Yeah.
I think this is a big question. Whether this makes the E10 counter or not.
Did many people get back to you?
Yes, I got a few comments.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw the look in your eye there.
Because I saw Facebook this morning, nothing. Like, no one had looked at it.
We got some stuff on YouTube, and Martin Samuel said solid E9. It's like the /, it's E9 /E10, but when we cut the slash, it's plain E9.
Ooh.
And
so
then
he's looking at like almost a downgrade to it. He's rounding down the grade.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the general consensus is it's E9. So who else? Well, he says no because he said the gear was good. I basically asked the question, is this an E10?
Okay.
Chili Jed, which has a great name, said no because he said the gear was good. I then heard from Alessandro on Instagram.
Yeah.
He said he didn't know, but he asked his dad, and his dad said no way it was an E10, probably an E9.
The thing is with the gear is good question, right? Is one of the most famous E9s in the world, Indian Face, no gear, what there is will fall out.
Yeah.
Rhapsody, hardest trad route in the world, E11. I know there's harder now, try, but established.
Yeah.
Totally safe fall. So it's like, it's not just about the gear safety thing. There's so many things. That's what I'm saying. This debate is massive.
Yeah, exactly. I almost think that we should have a corner for this. It's called like Trad Corner.
Where's my number 2?
Trad Talks with Matthew Groom. The only man interested in all this stuff is Matthew Groom, and he'll talk to you about it for an hour. You should do your own little podcast about it.
Funny you should say that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so there you go. Well done, Alessandro. You're fast becoming a legend like your dad.
I've also got trad news now. A very rarely repeated route gets 3 sends. The trad route La Voyage was first put up by James Pearson in 2017, as reported by Planet Mountain. The 40-metre line is graded E10 7A, so a bold and hard route. It might be the hardest trad route in France, but it was sent 3 times in 24 hours by Babsi Zangel, Jacopo Larcher and CB Vanhee. They top-roped the route to suss out gear placements and learn the moves. Then Jacopo sent it on his first try, followed by CB and then by Babsi, who sent it the next day, completing the send train. These could be the first repeats of this route. So a rarely repeated one there, James Pearson sticking it up, E10 7A back in the day. And then I like how it's like probably the first repeats of this route. It's just like that's like
we don't know.
I guess with trad routes is people tend to be a little bit more underground about reporting it sometimes.
Do you reckon Caroline just went and did it just secretly and didn't tell anybody?
Who's seen Huber? Oh, Ciavardini.
Ciavardini, yeah.
Which one you were talking about here? Maybe, like, James Pearson has this habit of like sending super hard things and being quite underground about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if, well, now anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if that E10 is a very tricky E10. In fact, it hasn't got any repeats.
Yeah, I spoke to André Kossu, who's a filmmaker, and he was with them when they sent it, and he said it was the most amazing place.
Okay.
Like, he said it was beautiful. unbelievable.
Has he got film coming for us?
I think he's got film. No, not for us. But maybe I can try and
just steal it, nick it.
Yeah.
Ask to see the rushes and then.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Just release it. Right. Next up, what have we got? I don't know because you know.
I do know.
Tell me.
It's you, Claudia
Ghisolfi. Planet Mountain reports that Italian climbers Claudia Ghisolfi and Giorgio Tomatis have both red-pointed the 8C Plus route L'Extrema Cura Plus at the Graver Crag near Turin. This is Claudia Ghisolfi's second 8C Plus after she climbed Noia a month ago. And as for Tomatis, as well as red-pointing the 8C Plus L'Extrema Cura Plus, he also flashed the 8C route L'Extrema Cura, becoming only the fourth Italian to flash 8C. So that was Claudia rather than Claudio, which is what I said. I said that?
You think you said Claudia?
I said Claudia?
Good. Yeah, I think you were good.
Claudio is like the boy's name.
Right.
She's a girl.
Right.
She's a girl's name. Anyway, so impressive ascents there.
I don't know why I find that so funny.
Claudia. I feel like it's taken the mentor-re role in that relationship with Giorgio. Giorgio's only 18.
Okay.
Already flashing 8C.
And then he got better. And then
yeah, so it's just like, hey, teach him everything you know.
So annoying.
Kind of like the Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader principle.
And then Darth Vader cuts off your hand. Is she going to cut off his hand?
Possibly.
Is she Darth
kind of
Vader
Game
in
of
this
Thrones.
scenario?
Game of Thrones.
There's this kind of Italian Star Wars politics going on here that I want to delve into. I'm still on the trad theme. So we're
Are you on the Darth Vader
I don't
theme?
know. I'm very,
I think you're
very
on the Star Wars theme
right now. Yeah, I'm just imagining sliding doors.
That's Star Trek. Star Trek is the doors
They
that go
have
sliding.
sliding doors in Star Wars.
No. You got it all wrong. You can't get them mixed up. You'll annoy a lot of people.
Is it?
There's no Star Wars doesn't have time for sliding doors.
That's not true. You know when C-3PO finds the bad drone in whatever 2, he goes to the door and he's like.
The bad drone. What's the bad
remember
drone?
When he gets destroyed.
No, please don't get up.
In the arms of the angel.
Doesn't matter. Trad news. As reported by UKC, 24-year-old climber Rebecca Drummond has climbed the Dave Burkitt route Sky Wall, graded at E7 6B. The line is difficult and remote, involving complicated trips. She placed all the gear on lead, and we can't wait to see what she gets on next. Meanwhile, in Pembroke, Angus Killy has climbed his 5th E9, Moi Calante, an E9 6C as reported by UKC. This spicy route wasn't made easier by the less than ideal conditions, as Angus says on his Instagram. Luckily, he managed to keep it together and get the job done. Sky Wall is in the middle of nowhere. It requires multiple logistical stuff just to get there. I think she's got 2 kids as well.
Got 2 kids.
Full-time mum, full-time climber. Logistic nightmare.
Impressive.
It is impressive.
Very
and
impressive.
Then that video of Angus on Instagram, it's so run out. See, that I think it was playing over the top of this. He's stretching it way past the gear, scraping the ground kind of fall.
True.
Yeah, scary one.
Who? What was the lady's name? Sorry.
Rebecca Drummond.
So the reason I found out about Rebecca Drummond, and I think that's hugely impressive, by the way, was Robbie Phillips put up a little story about it. You know where Robbie Phillips is at the moment?
He's on the New Hope or whatever it is.
He's on Long Hope Direct.
Long Hope Direct.
E10 7A with
I don't know who.
Emma Twyford.
Oh, really?
Mark Langley's there as well.
Okay.
There's a bit of a team there.
Yeah, there is a team. So hang on, are they
and Cullen,
Callum is cameraman / climbing buddy mate.
his vlogger, man.
His vlogger.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Are they going to flip leads on that, do you think? Or are they...
I think they're going to try and ascend a bit. They're going to go for it.
Okay.
In the next couple of days, but it looks insane. If you follow him on his Instagram, it is super impressive.
I've been
It's cool.
seeing him hanging off static ropes, eating protein bars
He's been pushing a lot his new sponsor.
He has, hasn't he?
Outdoor Provisions.
I'm suddenly hungry whenever I see him doing it. I don't know what
just
it is.
you can't actually understand what he's saying. He's like, so I'm here. I'm just on 1,000 meters above.
Yeah.
I actually don't have the order of what's going on, so I have no idea what's next. But can you tell me?
It's you, and
Yes.
you're on Golden Gate, Amity Warren.
Yosemite. Big news from Yosemite as American climbers Tyler Corral and Amity Warm make a full free ascent of Golden Gate. Climbing.com reports that the pair made an ascent of the 513A route over 5.5 days without any previews on the southwest face of El Capitan. In other Yosemite news, American climbers Christopher Wickstrom and Brandon Adams have established a new aid route, 510A4, on the southeast face of El Cap. The route took the pair 11 days and is called Neptune. The new route intersects Tempest, Pacific Ocean Wall, Dawn Direct, and Every Man for Himself. If that means anything to you, your El Cap knowledge is a hell of a lot better than mine. So Yosemite, the golden grail of climbing.
Golden Gate Grail.
Golden Great Grail. Anyway, if you have been following Tyler Corral, I've been following for a while now because he's got a YouTube channel and he's been releasing like videos left, right, and center. Yeah. He's been on a bit of a mission in Yosemite. He's worth following. Go and follow his YouTube channel. And apparently, he just called up Amity and said, "I've got like a couple of days left on my permit. Let's go and do a free ascent. I haven't done one yet." And they went and smashed Golden Gate, which is incredibly impressive. I've also got a question for you.
Oh, God.
It's a grading question.
Oh, no.
I know you love grading question. What does the VI in front of the 513A stand for?
I don't know.
VI, is it 6?
It's a scramble grade, I think. So, they're graded in like 1 to climbing. And then within the ones, there's various other things.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure it's like to describe the type of climbing, because in Yosemite you've got like from scrambles, walks, all the way up to like
Yeah.
I think it indicates that, so 6 is quite hard.
Another thing I want to say is about aid climbing, and everybody always makes fun of it.
Yeah.
But then when you actually see like footage of aid climbing,
it's terrifying.
It is so sketchy.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. And like I saw one the other day, and he's like, this guy ran like a little. Apparently, it's quite famous like nubbin on Yosemite, and you put like a sling round it, and you tighten it just like a tiny little knot, put all your weight in it, and then do a massive move up to massive move up to like a tiny sky hook and something else. Like, I don't know, I'd rather like just depend on my fingers, to be honest. Like, it
seems like really slow, boring terror. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least with climbing, you're kind of through a pitch fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Like with aid, it just looks like continuous terror all the way. You keep kicking my camera.
Do I?
Sorry. I don't even know if am I even...
Shall I check? One sec. Wait.
I'll just fill.
Hey!
Sorry
about that.
Yes.
Somebody put the tripod right beside my throat.
That might have been my fault, yeah, I apologise about that. Just like slow terror.
Slow terror.
Yeah.
Kind of like watching all Star Treks back to back.
Or Star Wars.
No, Star Wars is good. Star Trek, on the other hand.
You saying Star Trek is bad?
I'm saying Star Wars is better than Star Trek.
Wow, that's the show title right there.
Yeah.
Controversy.
This is madness.
Sticking with Yosemite, the first Yosemite 8C might have just been sent. Pablo Hammock has sent Love Will Tear Us Apart, a first ascent that could be the first 8C boulder in Yosemite. This was reported by 8A.NU. Pablo sent his first 8B Plus boulder at 15. In February, he climbed Sleepwalker, an 8C Plus, and in December, the Nest 8C. There is a mellow video on YouTube and embedded on the EpicTV website, so check it out. I think this caught my attention just because I presume there was an 8C in Yosemite.
It's also a very good name for a boulder.
Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Who sang that song very famously? Come on.
Celine Dion.
No, it's Joy Division.
Is it?
Matthew.
Not Celine special. I can imagine her just warbling something out.
Yeah. We could do like a Celine Dion comment of the week.
Yes, please.
Special.
Oh my gosh, can we do the thing?
I know where we can do it as well in the corner there. All right. What's up next?
9A Roundup, where we bring you the best 9As from the week. Herman Garcia has climbed Necros and thinks it should be upgraded from its original 8C in 2008 to a 9A. The route is in Catalunya, and the first ascensionist is known for his hard grading, and Herman thinks it's significantly harder than other 8C and 8C Plus routes in the area.
8A.NU reports that Australian climber Tom O'Halloran has made a first ascent of Little Baby Cheeses at the Nowra Crag on the southeast coast of Australia. Tom is going to the Olympics and is in cracking form. Enough said.
Antonin Kaufman has made the second ascent of Lohar, a 9A/Plus. It took him 12 sessions to climb it, and he's still unsure of the grade.
Planet Mountain reports that Russian rock climber Dinara Fakhretdinova has repeated Max Factor, 9A, at Bakhchissari in Crimea. In doing so, she's become the first Russian woman to climb 9A.
Daniel Thwaiters, who did his first 9B last year, has climbed Patanix, a 9A Plus in Rodea, Spain. As reported by 8A.NU, it took him around 15 days to send the route, which is a 50-metre endurance test piece.
So that 9A roundup should be called trying to pronounce foreign names.
Yeah, it was quite tricky, that, wasn't it?
That was tricky.
What was yours?
Dinara Fakritinova.
Right.
In Bakhshisari in Crimea. But that's quite impressive. The first Russian woman to climb 9A.
It is, and she will be on the 9A counter, which we're about to chat about because it is the 9B counter.
I've been out of the loop with this counter stuff, and I don't know what you're trying to do with it anymore, to be honest. What are you doing?
Davey boy, who actually sent me an email today, thank you, Dave, he said he doesn't want merch, but I'm going to send him merch. He's basically in control of it, right? So he's keeping up to date on the normal stuff. He's also working on a computer system to scour the internet.
He's got a computer?
He has a computer and he apparently has a system, but it's blue sky thinking at the moment.
Does he have an algorithm?
He says he has an algorithm. And you know I like an algorithm.
I love an algorithm. I like it when people make algorithms about climbing.
Well, this is how he got the job, which we're not paying for, about this. But anyway, so he's adding stuff in. So the E10 and all that kind of stuff. We've got your Dinara on the women's 9A counter.
Dinara Fakritinova.
See, I'm not sure whether what you're seeing now is the updated version because he sent it to me this morning, so it won't be what we talked about today, but next week will be the updated, if you see what I mean.
What's he like at graphics? Is he good at graphics?
I mean, I suppose he's got a life and a job.
That's a big sigh. But, what's his name? Dave?
Yeah, he's a Dave.
Dave, if you're out there, I appreciate graphics even if Matt doesn't.
I don't think he does graphics. I think he does spreadsheets.
Some people say the same thing. What about the graphic designers who work at Excel? They've got to design spreadsheets. Somebody's got to put some design into that.
Equal sum brackets, click plus click. Close brackets.
How long do we make the cross on the plus sign?
It's a minefield. That's the only thing I remember from IT lessons in school.
That's thinking about.
We don't have any 9Bs for us though. So.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
It's just not. What about an E10?
We've got many E10. So we've got the E10 from Babsy.
Yeah.
So that will be on the E10 counter.
Yep.
I think that's it. What about your one, Alessandro? We don't know.
No, he's not. That's an E9.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he reported. I also want to point out that Alessandro Larcher and Jacopo Larcher are not related.
They must be.
Even though, Italian with the same name, they must be related.
Come on. Madness. Let's talk about shop stuff now. If you go to the Epic TV shop, link down below, you'll see a main page. On the main page, there's a variety of banners, and they always update you on what's going on. So like updated stock, new items, exciting things. One of the things that caught my attention was Black Diamond restock, and especially the carabiners. Apparently, the carabiner selection of Black Diamond is banging. I used to own Black Diamond quick draws.
You got the nice all-round ones, haven't you?
I did, yeah.
What happened to them?
Steve McClure left them up in 8A in Greece.
If anybody sees Steve McClure, let him know that he owes Matt some quick draws.
He owes me like 15 quick draws.
He really just went for it, didn't he?
He did.
And then
he
walked
was
away,
like, does
and
it
then
matter? I was like...
You were like, no, Steve, no.
In my head, I was like, no, because I can get some new ones. And then that hasn't happened yet. So I've just lost my quick draws. Very sad.
Steve, if you're out there, if you're watching... I know, actually, Steve sometimes watches.
Does he?
Yeah.
I think he'll watch this.
I think he watched one when we sat him down and tied him to a chair and made him watch one. He watched it.
Steve, if you're watching, give me my quick draws back, man.
What's next?
What's his name? Mejas.
Yeah. Okay, quick one. World Less Travelled?
Yes.
World Less Travelled went bouldering in Peru and they found some dead bodies. Here's a clip.
There are a lot of virgin boulders to choose from, but some of them really popped out. Either it was from where they were located, or the look of them, or the features that were appearing when we were brushing them.
One of the more crazier things I think we've experienced on our trip was finding human bones. After talking with the locals about is this a weird thing that there's just human bones laying around? And they said it's kind of a common occurrence that they'll find if you're hiking around in nature.
They obviously didn't find dead bodies. They found dead bones. human bones.
Historical remains.
Historical remains. That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, okay. This is part of their big series, so it's like less vloggy, more sort of tourist video-y. It's very beautiful.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
But there's some amazing bouldering as well. I just saw my comment of the week is.
You find a comment of the week? I haven't found one yet.
Yeah, it's very relevant to this week.
Let's cut to the comment of the week song.
Comment of the week. I should have been at the back. What? I'm the back guy. I'm the driver. You're the passenger. I'm not the. I can't believe you made me go in front.
I just wanted to hold you closely.
Your hands were everywhere. Anyway, comment of the week. I've got one. I've got a couple actually. I'm going to be really quick. Eugene Shebeko says, unfortunately, Russian transliteration is ridiculous. For some reason, KH means H. Always fun to see how it confuses native English speakers. You must have spoken about Dinara Fakritinova. Sounds like Dinara Faridinova.
Right.
An emphasis on the second I, Faridinova, not Faridinova.
We might have done her twice. I've just realised.
Oh, yeah. That's
Sorry
right.
about that.
No worries. My other one is from Alex. Says, Dear Climbing Daily Team, I really appreciate your show and enjoy watching, and normally enjoy to watch it, but for me it is a complete no-go that you always put the names of the IFSC comp winners in your video titles. Some of us, or at least me, can't watch these comps live. So when I open YouTube to watch it at some point later, and you Climb Daily Show on my feed, always kind of the whole experience. You ruin the whole experience for me. I would kindly ask you to use more neutral titles in the future. Now, to be fair, I would normally contest this,
right?
But Alex has asked in such a nice way.
Yeah.
I feel like we should acquiesce.
I think it's fair. I do sometimes forget this. I also do think, to be fair, that if you don't know 4 days after an event and then you go onto YouTube onto Climbing Daily
on Wednesday,
onto Climbing Daily, there's likely to be given away, I'd say.
But sometimes what Alex is saying is it pops up on his front page and he's just like, there's no way of unseeing it. But maybe Alex works like a lot in between. All he does is work and sleep from Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday is his first day off in like 5 days, and he's like, I'm gonna catch up on everything. This is gonna be the best morning ever.
Yeah, and he hasn't looked at anything.
And we ruin it within 5 seconds.
He's been like this. Social media he hasn't been looking at. Yeah. One time he goes into YouTube, boom, ruined. It's fair point.
I think we should listen.
It's fair. I will listen. We will no longer, unless I forget again, put the winners of IFSC events in the news show. I promise. I'll try.
Well, what we could also say as Alex is, when rather than going to the homepage of YouTube, just go straight to. We'll probably pop up anyway, won't we?
We're everywhere.
We'll go to like FSC YouTube page before.
I would go to that, mate. I just 4 days after the event.
Go straight to the FSC YouTube page.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
And
isn't it?
do it without looking.
Yeah, just then you can hear people. My comment is from Bennett Zug, I think, and he just says, "So fun seeing the ones I tagged you guys in." What he's talking about, or she's talking about, don't know, is that we asked for people to keep on tagging us on Instagram for like women's 9A, 9B routes, because someone was like, "Oh, I stopped doing it because I didn't think you needed help anymore." We need help, all the help. So please keep helping us.
It's since I left the job, isn't it?
Yeah, it was one.
Since I stopped doing Climbing Daily.
Exactly. There's a whole nother person not doing the job. We need to outsource this stuff. All right. So yeah, please do keep tagging us.
Dave, if you're out there, you need to work harder.
Yeah. Wow. Free labour. Dave, I'll send you a hat. Don't worry, mate.
Right.
That is it. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, what's the point?
Yeah.
Really,
we don't
honestly.
have a job. Really, seriously.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.